You finally make it through the front door, drop your bag, and collapse onto the couch. You are completely drained. Staring blankly at the ceiling, you have absolutely zero energy left to give the world. But if you look back at your day, you didn't run a marathon, you didn't move furniture, you weren't even solving complex, heavy intellectual problems. You spent the last 8 hours sitting in a chair, typing and talking, yet somehow navigating office politics, keeping the peace, and forcing a smile at your passive-aggressive colleagues has left your body feeling as depleted as if you'd just done a grueling physical workout. In our hyper-connected 2026 work culture, always being on is an inescapable baseline. Ping after ping, message after message, we are constantly required to project a polite, polished version of ourselves, no matter what we actually feel. This silent requirement to suppress your true feelings for the sake of professional or social harmony is known as emotional labor. While often categorized as a mere change in mood, this exhaustion serves as a measurable occupational hazard. To see exactly what's happening, we have to look past the office environment and zoom straight into the internal anatomy of the human brain during a quiet, neutral state. Right behind your forehead sits the prefrontal cortex. Think of it as the brain's executive control center, specifically tasked with regulating your emotional responses. Now, watch what happens when a coworker takes credit for your idea. A genuine, sharp spike of frustration immediately fires up from the amygdala deep in your lower brain. Before you can snap back, your prefrontal cortex deploys a rapid countermeasure. It fires a swift signal downward, producing a polite, performative response that blocks that raw feeling from reaching your face. This collision between your genuine feeling and your performative kindness creates a localized bottleneck of intense activity. We call this neurological friction. That moment of biting your tongue represents a literal physical clash of electrical signals, violently opposing each other within the brain's architecture. Holding back your true emotions is an active, strenuous biological process. This chart shows the baseline metabolic energy consumption of a brain expressing genuine emotion. Notice how the levels surge when that emotion is suppressed. To maintain that restraint, the prefrontal cortex must consume physical energy, such as glucose. Every time you fake a smile, your brain pays a metabolic tax, pulling heavily from its finite daily energy reserves. Throughout the day, this tax accumulates in constant microtransactions, nodding thoughtfully through a tedious meeting, softening the tone of critical emails, biting your tongue with unreasonable clients. Trading authenticity for a forced smile guarantees a biological deficit by 5 p.m. Performative kindness is a continuous, physically draining biological transaction that our bodies must literally pay for. When this social compliance is relentless, stretching from days into weeks, that daily metabolic tax compounds. You enter a state of compounding cognitive fatigue known as the performative trap. The prefrontal cortex cannot sustain this level of suppression indefinitely. Eventually, the constant biological drain fractures internal mental resilience, leading directly to burnout. Because it consumes actual glucose and electricity, emotional labor exerts the same biological toll as manual labor. To survive a hyper-connected world, we must recognize the hidden physical cost of performative kindness and build strict boundaries to protect our brain's finite energy.